been training for this since the beginning of July, and it's almost the end of August now, so we have been just trying to keep up on physical activity and going out on the water a lot too, so just practicing being out on the canoes and also like learning to work together as a team.
At the beginning of the summer, I was asked to be the executive coordinator for this ReefNet project for the summer of 2020.
Yeah, I just really loved getting to know everyone here. A lot of us knew of each other, but didn't really know each other, so.
We had our ups and downs, quite literally. Got stuck in a few current tides there, but it was awesome being able to feel the energy from my brothers and sisters paddle in the water and pull us through it.
I don't know how to describe it, but like halfway through when we were paddling, I could really feel that we were all connected with our ancestors, and just that that's something that, to be out there in the water, right, to have that connection and to be doing what our ancestors did, to be paddling out here to use the reef net, is very powerful. It was quite the experience. Felt good.
We paddled here from Sydney, and we are here to set a reef net.
This is a revitalization and a resurgence project that's led by youth of our SÁNEĆ communities to restore and bring back our connection to this place, and in particular through the practice of the swala, or our reef net fishery.
It's both a symbol that we are here and wanting to express ourselves in the way that we've always expressed ourselves, and to reignite and reconnect with really important governance structures in our communities. But it's also an important signal to, I think, the rest of the world that there's a resurgence within the Indigenous communities, and that it's being inspired by the teachings of our elders, but it's being done by our youth.
Where we're sitting right now is an Indian reserve allocated to us under the Indian Act, but this was our home for thousands and thousands of years. We have a reef net site right across from us, right across the harbor.
Reef net site that they'll be going out to today is our reef net site that belonged to the village called Skrista. That's what it was called, and the reef net belonged to all the people that lived there at Quinnanuch.
The reef net was outlawed for the past 100 years, so this is the second time in the past decade that it's been coming out from our people.
There's so much of my culture that, is not really like kept away from me, but haven't totally had access to. So, just having all these elders like share their teachings and personal experiences has been so awesome.
It's something that this generation couldn't get her hands on, right? But to bring it back is just heartwarming.
I think it's super important to revitalize that and bring it back into our communities.
My dad was actually the one who did the most recent, project like this for his PhD. And just being able to, say that I'm following in his footsteps, it's really humbling.
Most of them didn't know how to paddle a canoe. Now they knew that. They didn't know anything about making a net. They know how to do that now.
It's just important for me because when I learn this, I'm going to be able to pass this along to future generations as well. And I have a 4-year-old daughter, so this means a lot to me to be a part of something like this.
And then with my dad saying that we have to pass this on one day is amazing. Just to think, like, I'm going to be teaching this to somebody one day.
Being able to revitalize something that was so important to our people, because this was one of our lifelines, being able to have this knowledge and gaining the responsibility to pass it down to the next generation, it couldn't mean more.
A lot of our stuff is getting lost, and this is teaching them, bringing it back.
To be bringing it back is amazing. I mean, I can't even put words to what that feels like for us.
And to bring it back is just, becoming our people even more again. We're regaining ourselves back. It's a good thing.
Like, our people used to do reef net fishing like every day, and just to have something like this back is amazing. Like I can't even like put into words how great it feels to be connected to something that we lost.
It still hasn't really sunk in for me yet. I think once we get out there and start setting that net in the water, it's just gonna sink in and it's just gonna feel just exciting, you know. I'm just really looking forward to it.
We finally get to cast out the reef net we've been working on for the past few weeks here. And it's just a matter of respecting the net now and respecting the water and just learning more. You know, I think lots of us are pretty emotional about it too, because it just means so much to our families and to ourselves. And I think lots of us have started to realize that as it goes on.
It's a fishery that is situated in south-facing bays all along the strait. This is the Harrow Strait right here, in the path of the migration route of the Fraser River sockeye salmon. And essentially in a south-facing bay, we would have two main anchors with a lead, which kind of acts like a false bottom or a funnel, which leads salmon directly into a net that's suspended between two canoes. It's a fishery that was a gift in our oral history and in our worldview, a gift from the salmon people. But it's a fishery that's unique to the Strait Salish people. We're the only ones who fished with this technology.
I'm here to help paddle, and I was helping with the making of the net, you know, how we store it, how we're gonna be bringing it out on the canoe, just trying to give my 2 cents wherever it's needed. And we're going to load the lead onto our canoes and then try and set it out between our buoys without it getting tangled, and then we're gonna connect a net to it and hopefully catch some fish.
None of us have set a reef net before, so it'll be kind of learn as you go. But essentially, we're gonna time the tides and the currents to be in our favor. Doesn't matter if we catch fish, because now we have the skills and training and the empowerment to do this on our own now. So there'll be other times.
To have like a cohort where we can all like come together as, you know, more than just getting together to do reef net fishing, but we kind of became like a family through all this as well.
It's really important to recognize that the SÁNEĆ people are maritime people, we're ocean-going people. But it's not just the Huilnuk, it's not just the people that we have relationships with. The teachings of these islands are that these are our relatives. The teaching was that they were to look after us and we were to look after them. It was going to be a symbiotic relationship. This is a really important teaching that I hope that we can bring back alive, because I think that our survival on the planet over the long term is going to require us to have a fundamental change in how we view the world and the perspectives that we have of the world around us. That we're not stewards of this, we are part of it.
And that's what this is doing. It's laying that foundation of rebuilding our relationship to our homelands, to our waters, and to the salmon.